How do you hear me, Retro? How do you hear me? Oh, there's the kitty. Kitty. Okay, we don't need to see my crotch. Loud and clear. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I don't see Archie. That's unusual. I think he might have said he wasn't going to be here today, so that's possible. Hope you're doing well, Retro. Did you see their pimping Apophis? Uh, they're starting to pimp Apophis about the possibilities of a strike, and then there's now it's back and forth. Now it's the back and forth. Went on a I can't remember the website or whatever, but um, I just basically put up, listen, I just at chat GTP or GBB or whatever, swing, and yeah, it'll hit us if they modify it, and it's very possible. It's easy, it can be done with our tech today. It can be done, but no, are they anyway? This is where it is, right? Are we going to call this another distraction? Because I got to, like most of these headlines here are distraction, that I've got right now. But no matter what, uh, the narrative's going forward. So whether or not there's distractions or not is I think is immaterial really right now. Just identify the distraction, know that it is a distraction, and then move on from it to know that tastes great, less filling is a tried and true way to do business. So tastes great, less filling. Fucking crazy. What a crazy place. Yeah, so they're pimping Apophis. Uh, I'm not going to argue the pros and cons of whether or not they're going to do it. Like the Russian did, kid predicted it would be Lancey offside. Okay, that's that would be good. I mean, I'm so surprised that if it was me, I would have a piece of metal in space. I think maybe I don't know, 100 by 100, just sitting there, just stink, and they just all crash into it, and then that would be the end of it. I think start over from scratch maybe would be a good idea. Leave Sputnik up there if it's still there. Just joking. Sputnik. Yeah, I had to laugh. They're not that interesting. I do see one of the big distractions right now is the gang things that are going on right now, and it's even in the Canadian media right now. You guys down south, I don't know what the gang situation. When I say south, I mean America. Here we've got the Asian connection, right? You've got the East Indians, and you've got the I think you got the Chinese here as well, and a couple of other minor factions in back in Quebec. Like you've got French gangs, I think probably like Haitian gangs or whatever. But it reminds me of the Mumbai hotel attacks because as things go crazy, what can I say? As things burn, I don't even know if that's the proper term, but as things ramp up would be a good word. These things can be used. These people can be used for whatever reason to solidify the narrative, so that oh, we need help, we need this, we need that, in order to protect the children and make sure that girls can go to school, right? Yeah, it yeah, we've crashed into them. I think JPL or Japan has. I don't know JAXA if that's their Japanese space agency. I don't know, remember what it's called, but uh, the science has proved, like we've proved it. I mean, it's in the narrative. It's in, unless it's just a complete distraction lie, like another never a straight answer. But we've proved it. Uh, According to the powers that be, that the Chat GPT is valid. So why not? Why can't they? And it's not a question of why would they. Uh, and that was the final thing when I asked the Chat GPT. It was like at the when it gives me the conclusion and everything, and I think I cut and paste the answer. I can't find, because when I go back to ChatGPT, I can't find the history, but it just says, yeah, I can do it, but don't, because it's really bad and it's going to do this bad. Like, okay, thank you. You have a heart. ChatGPT has a heart. But that's the reality of it. So, and because we've got crazy people on the planet who, for lack of a better term, want it like Demolition Man. I don't think it would bother them too much to get rid of a good portion of the planet. And when I see what's been going on for the last 5 years, from 2020 to 2025, I mean, we're almost done for 2024, right? So we're getting ready for the 2025-2030 cycle, which is, in my opinion, going to be distraction upon distraction upon little fires everywhere, all over, constantly getting people anxious. And I'll segue into my children's anxiety thing in a few minutes. And as everybody, when you're not, when you're like this, it's really hard to think clearly. It really is. I've been put in that position in the military. That's why they train you the way they train you, so that you don't chew your tongue out of your head when the shit goes south or your plan goes to shit or whatever like that. So, wasn't that Carol Rosen, lady? Carol Rosen with von Braun and the fake alien invasion and all that kind of stuff. She has nice hair. Listen, and they're pimping the. And what was the latest? Oh, we've got another disclosure. Yeah, more disclosure. Now, I don't know about you, Retro, but I'm getting tired of the Dr. Greers that are, contacting the desert, since been going on since the 90s. Shit or get off the pot. To my alien brothers and sisters, land right here in the fucking yard. Right here in the fucking yard. If you're watching the fucking planet, shit or get off the pot. If you've been watching this for this long, and if you're just watching it for a show, then, Oh, God, yeah. I have my bets. This is my bet for election this year. There can't be one. That's all I can say. Oh, the grifters are coming out. Like, I can't stand them. I'm really getting tired. And that's what I'm doing now, is I'm actually trolling alternative media right now. Because I spent all night last night. I know it's wrong. I shouldn't be trolling, but I can't help myself sometimes, because I'm just getting tired of the bullshit, man. Listen, trying to figure it out, and all people are, fucking subjects are all like just the money topic subjects, that so that they'll get, all the back and forth about fucking nothing. Pardon my French. There might be a lot of cursing in this video, not for children. But yeah, they're just coming out fine and in hard form right now, especially. And now that, that I love these CIA guys, eh? I think everybody's fucking CIA. I think half the population of America is CIA. Because, you just show up at some guy's house, eh? Hi. A couple checked out dudes, and, you're just some average fuck stick. And they say, hey, man, want to work for the CIA? Like, you really are, but you aren't. You're compartmentalized. All you are is like an idiot, dupe, snitch, whatever. So there's probably like everybody's FBI, or half the population is, and you're like, so everybody's snitching on everybody, making up stories and shit like that. So yeah, so all of a sudden we got another video, another Bob Lazar, or another, yeah, when I was in, and yeah, and all the stories and shit, and I'm like, you know what? You're full of shit. You're full of shit. You're full of shit as the day is long. Because the distractions are coming at us, and they're going to hit you where they want to hit you. There's the alien crowd. There's the fucking Apophis crowd. There's the deep, dark history crowd that goes back to, like, there's the Rothschilds and everything like that. And, well, I'll put some money on that one. Yeah. alien hoax channels. Like, listen, like, and I'm here to tell you that, or say to you, sorry, I just that I do believe in the Drake equation tells me that mathematically it's possible that there's alien life everywhere. Do they look like me, drink water, and they're carbon-based creatures? I don't know that. Do they look like the Horta from fucking Star Trek? I don't know that. Do they speak English? Doubtful. That's as far as it goes. That's it. That's as far as it goes. And then we can go back and forth forever in a day with bullshit proof, videos, obscure videos. 8 billion people on this planet, and we don't have any definitive proof. Oh, and Antarctica is being pimped again as well, by the way. Now, having said that, I do believe that there is something going on in Antarctica. I mean, I don't know if Dr. Manhattan is there making a new energy machine. I don't know that. But when I think about Antarctica and I ruminate on it, and I look at everything that I've read about Antarctica, you know, the Operation High Jump, if I'm using that term correctly, if my memory serves. Now, I'm not going to get into the bird diaries and, fucking Hollow Earth or anything like that, but all I can say is that, in my opinion, uh, a lot. Look, why did the Germans go down to South America? Why did anybody go down to South? Why did anybody want to have shit down there aside from foodstuffs and stuff like that? See, that's there's something odd about that place. It's fucking huge. Like, it's huge. Antarctica's huge. Morning, Bruce. That's my neighbor. Best neighbor on the planet. Yeah, best neighbor on the planet. Got some nice corn from him the other day. We're trading foodstuffs. That's the best thing about having community and garden. He's like, I have like a glut of tomatoes, and he's got family down in Crescent for asparagus and corn. The guy can't grow corn here, but yeah. So community, barter, good food. Bless you. So anyway, as the distractions come on, and then I read the other article too about our poor children, and I was making some comments about, like, because I read the article that our children are anxious and they're on meds and they're hard done by or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, and I think I relayed this to you before about my brother-in-law who has a sandwich shop, and most of his 20 to 30 somethings are on some sort of mood altering, whether it be a suppressant or a downer or an upper or whatever, but they're on something. They're on some sort of mother's little helper. Now, I'm not going to argue the pros and cons of mother's little helper because, I've used marijuana to calm myself, and, I don't like big pharma, but some things do work. But when you look at a whole demographic and you're like, wow, they're all okay, something is amiss. Something is awry in our system that has allowed that to happen. Gee, I wonder what it is. The last 5 years? A little bit before that? Opium Wars 2.0? We just lost another young fella in town here today, or over the weekend. 40 something years old. There's a lot of speculation. You don't die suddenly at 40 years old. You know. Yeah, it's because it is the no-go zone from hell, eh? Like, I'd love to get down there. I would have, in my earlier day, if I'd have had the wherewithal to be a janitor there, because I'm not a scientist, right? I don't have a big brain. I have a big brain. It's just useless. Um, but yeah, I would have enjoyed some time down there. And if I was a billionaire, that's for sure. Or even not a billionaire, if I was 100 millionaire, I'd take 10 of it and do an expedition. Full up. But guess what? I can't go there. because there's been an agreement amongst all the I don't knows that I can't go there because Antarctica is a no-go zone. Because protect the penguins, of course. You know, it's to make sure the children are okay and that the kids can go to school, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so they are pimping it. There are, but when it's usually the like a little bit of truth and a lot of bullshit, And like you said there, right there, retro Antarctic experiment reactors, polar space launches. Yeah, yeah. Because if you think about it, if you really want to do some launches where nobody can see what you're doing, you just go straight south. You just go straight down or up or whatever. We've made the planet so the Antarctica's on the bottom, but if you're in space, it really doesn't matter, right? So, yeah, just go because nobody's down there. So you could go straight south and then nobody would really notice. If you launched from fucking Ellesmere Island up here, which would you could if you put Antarctica on the top, where in Canada, everybody would see it because everybody lives here. The northern hemisphere is completely populated with people. I don't know if that's why, but it's a good place to hide, a good place to go. Nice and cold, I hear. You know, so much we don't know. But here's the thing. So if anybody really had some money and wanted to know the truth, they can do it, but they don't. So there's a reason for it. I don't know the reason. But as they're pimping the fear, and like I said, when I was looking at the article about the Deagle, remember the forecast for 2020 to 2030. I think it's broken into two stages. The first five were to get us where we are today, in the narrative and the psychology and everything like that. And I think the next 5 years will be the actual purge or whatever you want to call it, to get us to 2030 to the next cycle. So I think that the next 5 years will be interesting. I'm not going to say hell or anything like that because I don't know, but I think they're going to be very interesting. Because if I see anything, and if I can take away anything from what's been going on, the narrative is going forward. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter if you go on. It doesn't matter if you have a union that's supposed to represent you and you're on strike, because the government can come in and just say, guess what? Fuck you. Go back to work. So we all understand and know what's going on. I don't know how we're gonna. There's so many grifters right now, and people, literally applying for the position in the band on the Titanic as it sinks because it's $10,000 a second, and they're like, "Wow, I'll make money." You see what I'm saying? So it just seems really. The next 5 years are going to be very, very telling, very, very telling. I keep with all of this stuff in the narrative. I'm not arguing like the Venezuelan stuff and the stuff in Canada, and we just had this crazy shit that just went on in Victoria here in Canada. I don't know if you saw that. It wasn't very well. It was a good Hollywood thing anyway. Some guy with his video camera and he's pow 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 pow, and I'm like, and then East Indian gang stuff, right? You know, but what that does, and this is part of it. That gets because they interviewed some lady who lived on the street, and I'm not taking away from this lady. She seemed like a really nice lady, but yeah, it happened at AP's house, and now she's scared. Now I know that most people on that street are scared. When people in Colorado are probably scared. People in certain areas are probably scared because of what's been going on in the narrative or whatever. So that's to get the level up, and it's working. It is absolutely working. I mean, I don't know if it was real or not. Because somebody jumped on it, and that something was going on in Colorado, and then oh yeah, the Hell's Angels are going to go down there and they're going to clean up and everything like that. Okay, sounds great. I mean, but just more so that it has to be debunked or whatever, what have you. So interesting show. But I'll just want to talk about the children and the anxiety thing, because when I was coaching this summer, I'll use that term loosely, I was helping. with the kids. Now, I think the demographic was like 10 to 12, 9 to 12, like in that very impressionable. It's the parent. Okay, so what we've got is we've got children that are being made crazy by design. Then the parents are left holding the bag. So the parents in turn go crazy. It's like this situation we have right now with uh, how do I use these words so that YouTube doesn't pick it up? That people want to not be what they are. I'll just use that term loosely. And I'm a parent. Uh, I'm there to defend my children. I'm there to back my children. I'm there to be there for my children. I am for my children. So when your kid is under the gun, you're gonna back them up. Unless, okay, when I was speeding on my road doing 100 miles an hour as a teenager, and the parent came up to kick my ass, my parents did not back me up or protect me because they were like, "Yeah, he deserves it. He's a fucking idiot." Okay, that's old school parenting of the 70s, but today, most likely what would have happened is like, mind your own business. My kid can speed if he wants to, and you can go, and you know what I'm saying. So I could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. So you've got now another demographic of people that are just going to oppose everything, and they're going to be, it's going to be back and forth now because they want little Betty or little Billy to be okay. And I'm not. That's a parent, man. Come on, that's a parent. So, but that is part of it. So now, as everything falls apart, uh, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have this whole demographic of people that are really don't know whether to shit or go blind. You know, don't know. They're just going to be spinning around because there won't be any answers for it. So, but as I see it fall apart, I know that the people in charge will say and do anything. They will. It will get worse. And this isn't doom. This is just this is a cycle. We're just going to go through a cycle. Done it before. So yeah, they're going to get worse. It's going to get crazier, and they're going to do things like in the UK, like it's gone completely bonkers. If I'm to believe anything, and then you've got the shit disturbers in there, the people that we all know are shit disturbers, that are stoking the fires and that are part of the problem. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So all the how do I call it? What do I call them? Like the ones that going down the to change things or to, but it's gone crazy over there. So hey Archie, I was wondering about you. Glad you're here. Hope everything's going well. Oh, the internet this morning. Oh my goodness gracious. I thought I was going to take a hammer to that thing, I swear. I don't know. For last Wednesday, we had the show. Wi-Fi, no problem. Wonderful signal. A day later, like the next day, I think, Crashville, Wi-Fi gone, and now not coming back. I'm plugged into the wall. I've done everything I can. It came back once. I don't know what's going on. I really, the only, and this is my paranoid mind saying that because there's no reason for it. Go online and you get the typical, unplug, plug in, update your drive, like, no, it's not that. There's something actively knocking my Wi-Fi to shit. And I had to do some shit to get my network adapter working, my plug-in. So I've it's been a hard week for me as well. Something's going through my body, and sleep has not been good. Food has not been good. So, but I know that September. I just have this thing in my head saying September is going to be an interesting month. Remember the September? No, because don't forget we've got the election coming up, right? And we got Peter Poilievre, and we've got our guy like saying, "Oh, we might be an election this fall, and what was it over? I can't remember what it was over, but they want the NDP, our National Democratic Party, to not support the Liberals in their decision making so that they can bring down the government, blah, blah, blah. But this is all politics playing. Peter Poilievre is not going to save Canada. He's saying all the right things. I fired off some shit to him the other day, and no, delete comment, you know. So good luck, people, in your voting, and good luck for you and down in America, because I'm really excited for September 10th. I don't think it's going to happen. I can't, or there will be something, something, power failure, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. And if it does happen, so that she looks like an absolute whatever, then it's obviously by design, so they can replace her with probably with Michael. So if that goes, then he can take over, and then he can be the president. So that would work. But we'll see. Somebody was pimping. I don't know what they were pimping. Retro or Archie? Do you know? I've heard September 6th. You've got people, they pick dates. Eh? Like the JWs did a long time ago. We're all gonna die. Every 10 years or something, we're all gonna die. But something about September 6th. I don't know. September 6th is what? A Saturday? A Sunday? What are we today? The 4th? So Wednesday, 5 is Thursday. So it's a Friday. Oh, okay, on a Friday? Okay, a Friday. Okay. Is that when the market's going to crash? I mean, don't forget, I remember, what was it, way back when Max Kaiser was going on and stuff like that, and this is it. This is it. You better be in this. Be ready for the end. And then, the grifters, the grabbers of money to play off your fear and everything, they're coming out in fine form. God love them. Asshats. But yeah, so Archie, we were talking about the Mumbai hotel, not really talking about it, but all this nonsense about, I don't know if it's real or not, it's in the narrative about the gangs taking over apartment complex and stuff going on like that, marauders, and I think it's just to get everybody scared. Because don't forget, you get the 20 to 30% of the people that are solid, no wavering. They're going to scream for guys with weapons to be on every corner so that they can go and get their milk. They won't care about anything else. And that's it. Once you get those people screaming and yelling, you get one person trying to talk sanity, but you've got 3 people screaming and yelling. You can't hear the person that's trying to talk sanity. You cannot. Sad. It hurts. The hook hurts. Oh, saw the article about the Rothschilds in the Ukraine. Now, okay. There was a YouTube video that was banned, removed. I have a copy of it. Black and white, old movie, like really not kind to the family. But it makes sense. Like, if you want Demolition Man world and you've got the cash, then you're going that way. I don't know how it's going to change. $1 billion is a lot of money, or all of it. There's probably people richer than billionaires. I imagine that clan, like, if you've been around since the dawn of, whatever, and you're so tight knit, like, that must be some seriously solid family, because they've kept that plan going forever. Because guess what? My son doesn't think like me. And if I was doing whatever I was doing, he wouldn't follow and he did not follow in my footsteps, thank God. But so, wow, I'm impressed. Nice steadfastness. Yeah. Not too much time for notes this morning. We were talking about, they're pimping Apophis too, Archie. And that's the back and forth. Now it's probably going to be a distraction. I mean, they even pimp that you can see it with their naked eye right now. Somebody was saying, "Yeah, you can see it. It's in the night sky," and no, you can't. It's on the. We're here. The sun is here, and it's over there. So, fucking shit, are you drinking? So yeah, the grifters, the grabbers of money, the leeches are just gonna suck this place dry for every nickel and dime. I'm so happy, my channel is shit, and I don't even have to beg for money. It's so great, not monetized, in the basement. It's so wonderful, no responsibility whatsoever. I feel sorry for you've got to lie every time. You got to make another fucking video, and for clickbait. There's one guy on the channel. He's a prepper, and every fucking day, it's another video. I don't understand how the fuck his channel can still be there, or not that his channel can still be there, but that people just say, "Oh yeah, is it tomorrow now? When are we gonna die tomorrow?" I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense. Well, of course, not smoking fucking make any sense. And okay, well, I was Archie. I was hard trolling. I know I shouldn't be, but I was hard trolling, and I noticed something, and I was going around, and I was. What we have now on YouTube is we have AI bot channels. You can do it yourself. It's easy, 1 hour. Go to any relatively normal, like go to a news page like a CNN or a CTV or a Global or something like that, and then go through the comments, and you'll say like, wow, like it'll be a fairly benign statement or something very argumentative, and then it'll be like 100, or whatever they used to say, wow, no, and then I go to the channel, and it's like it's a zero channel, no content, just a funny name, of course, Ball Digger 5555 or whatever, and then you'll notice that most of the time it's that, and they'll generate, and then you'll notice, okay, well, how come it's got so many? How come 100 people like this? Is barely 1,000 views, and you go, okay, and then if there's some replies, and you go check, and it's like a circle jerk. It's a circle jerk of AI bot channel bullshit. So I imagine that the AI has taken over the YouTube matrix, and it's coming apart, or they just letting it go, because now you've got, like, they're like, yeah, and it'll just keep going down, and the channels are nothing. They're nothing channels. They're no content, no nothing. But it's just little, like, I think Kamala Harris is wonderful, and then it comes back, and no, she's a word salad, and then it'll go down like, no, she's the best thing since sliced bread, and then you go and you check every one of these places. Some of them are real, but it's just a nothing channel with no content, no nothing, AI bot channel, and it's a big circle jerk. Okay, whatever, doesn't, I don't care. Is it money? Is it just to get like, because somebody must be in control of it. So I don't understand. Like, I don't know if can you get money into that? Can you get money for likes? I don't know. This seems really weird. But it's wonderful to have two computers. I've got this one that's completely online and everything, and I've got my clean computer that's still clean. And I go check completely. What? And it's weird that at some channels I am, like, when I go to Viva's channel, Viva Frey, and I'll leave a comment, and it doesn't exist. And I would think that, wow, Viva, well, anyway, I think he's controlled, but still, that's my opinion. Um, he's certain subjects he will not touch, and you can go with that if you will. But I figure, wow, that's odd. And then, but like, I'll go to a Dan Dix channel, and I will leave a comment, and I will get nothing, and it'll be shadow banned or gone. But I'll go to like CTV. Some comments are, some aren't. It's really weird. It's really odd. Okay, fine. You guys still hear me okay? How's the connection? I'm on the network. It should be fine. There should be no screen of death. There should be no rolling wheel. There shouldn't be anything. Go check it out yourself, Archie. I mean, it's go check. Well, you can go to CTV News, and there's not very many comments. You should be able to find my comments because I was trolling hard yesterday. Good, thank you. Yeah, I've actually plugged into the wall, so it should be solid. I mean, the Wi-Fi's gone now. It won't even, the computer doesn't, I go device manager, it doesn't even exist. It's gone, gone. I go to my settings, like, hey, want to set up the Wi-Fi? Yeah, too bad you don't have an adapter. No, 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 it's right there. Pointing at my it's right here. You know. Anyway, zeros and ones think they're threes. Who cares? It's all a game anyway. It's all part of the Matrix. Matrix is breaking down. Yeah. The Venezuelan gangs. Fuck. Yeah, so just go and check it in the CTV if you want. CTV News or Global. CP24 too has a channel. I comment on that one as well too, just to troll them. You could see if you can find my comments. There's always usually only about 30 or 40, maybe 100, and you won't find them. You might find some, but you won't find them all. It's an interesting game they play. So it doesn't matter. I mean, you guys are here. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. Just gets this thing working. Gets me thinking about stuff and going, nah, that's not going to work. But like when I came into the channel, they are pimping a whole bunch of things right now. The to keep, in my opinion, to keep people in fear. So that, because when you're in fear, you're not thinking clearly. When you're distracted, you're not thinking clearly, and it's a hard game to play. It's a hard. I'm just thankful that, yes, I get distracted. Like I said at the market last week, I went to buy bacon. I put my thing down. And I walked away without my kimchi. Okay, minor. But the big ones, I find I'm getting distracted on. I'm like, oh, what? I just wasted a half an hour on that. It was a nothing burger thing, and I wasted my time. So it's going to come hard and heavy. And the whatever we talk about, whatever goes on this box, in the world of the Matrix, the algorithm is going to pick it up. It's going to find out what we're talking about, and it's going to pimp that. It's going to figure out, like, oh, they're all talking about green-headed aliens down in Antarctica. Well, then let's make some stories. Let's make up some stories. Let's get another CIA guy out here. Another guy for disclosure, and he'll get. Then all the alternative media channels will just dogpile and have an interview with him, and everybody be like, so disclosures next week. Where do I need to be? I mean, look, man. I want to be Zephyr Cochrane too in the Vulcan's land, and hey, cool, man, nice to see you. That'd be fucking wonderful. Yeah, okay, ain't gonna happen. Sorry. I don't believe so. I believe it's just another one in the long line of as the world burns, they're just gonna figure out something else to go look over there, shiny thing, shiny thing, shiny thing. Make him off as a bit negative today. I'm in a negative mood, so apologies all around. Just what it is. I'm getting pissed off and frustrated with all the bullshit, and that I know you guys aren't, but that everybody's just buying it all over again. Like it's the slow rollout up here too, eh? You just see the article. Yeah, New Brunswick just said, okay, masks in the hospital now. No problem. I'll wear the mask in the hospital. But okay, what's going to happen next week? Oh well, I mean, look what's going on in the sandbox. What, 2 or 3 people got sick, so they're running in there with some mass help. 2 or 3 people got sick, so they're running in with mass help for 2 or 3 people. And now we've got the thing going on, and like, well, it's just a slow. I think that's what's going to be, a slow rollout. And then throw some dead bodies out in the street and go, oh, and then you get the MSM just on board going like, oh, again. Gosh. Yeah. Oh, it got cold. We got snow in the passes, eh? Did you hear? Did you see that one? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, they are. Oh, the sun. I put those two videos up. Now the sun isn't a distraction, in my opinion, or it might be, but this is a retro. You're a sun guy. You're a space dude, Archie. I know you probably are as well. I know that, but I know retro. I've seen. I've been on his channel. Um, what is your opinion of why, when it's backside, it explodes? Like you look at those two; those were monstrosity of flares. I mean, you look at the goes, and it's just like a long loop, like it lasted forever. It must have just shit out like a massive amount of energy, but always the other direction. Now, Planet 10 or Planet 9, something else, Jupiter, heavy gas giants out there directing the sun. I don't know. I'd like to know your opinion because I've asked the sun gurus, the grifters from hell. I get nothing. I get crickets because they're pimping it, but it's rotating forward and it's going to do nothing. So I don't know what to tell you. They're pimping it. I mean, it blew up, you know. And now they're saying, oh, it's coming around the limb. They've got everybody, woo, I'm here. No, okay, wait. Why? Okay, maybe that's a September 6th because that big one's rotating, and that's when's the 6th? Tomorrow? No, no, that's Friday. Okay, yeah, 2 days. That sunspot will be Earth affecting. Will be will be connected to us magnetically. I don't understand that stuff, but I know that when they're in a certain position, there's supposed to be some kind of connection. Now, look, man, I'm not an astronomer, okay? But all I do is I observe and I notice that. Why is that? Why did that happen? I mean, when you see the picture of it on the backside, because they have cameras on the backside, and then you see it rotate forward, what changed? What changed that it was like, ah, and what changed? What changed to turn the sun off? I know that's a stupid thing to say, but that's my observation. So, what changed? That's all I'm asking. And if you guys have an opinion on that, I would love to hear it because I don't know. The land of confusion. Just going back to the other day because I wasn't able to get enough notes for today because of the damn internet. Oh, so frustrating. Well, what I'll do before Ecuador is I'll get another laptop. I don't know what happened to this one. It might have been something that I did. I hope not either because it will spell disaster. Just think about it. Let's play the game. Let's just say, let's just say that a Carrington happens, that an abject Carrington happens. That's enough to cook everything. Cook your car, cook the electronics in your car. So all of you with classics or diesels, have a spare part in a Faraday cage, but nothing functions. Then guess what? Depending on where it was affecting which side of the planet, I don't know that part, but I'm just guessing that it won't affect the whole. Like, yes, it'll bash us, but some places will get worse than others. But no matter what, if you look at this planet, how many nuclear power plants do we have on this planet? I don't know whether we've changed them over to this new form of nuclear power where it's not as deadly as the other one, but if there's certain procedures that have to happen to shut those things down. So if all of a sudden there's just and it gets shit canned like Fukushima, I imagine. I'm just speculating. This is right out of my ass as a non-science guy. That it would spell disaster. So yeah, we cannot have that. Now everybody wishes for it. Oh, send us back to the caveman age. Yeah, but you're only lived to be about 30 because I think that it'll be really not good. Like I think it'll be really not good. I do believe that if that were to happen, you would probably your military NBCD, nuclear biological chemical defense, will come in handy. But I don't know anything more than that. I do. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that as things move forward and as they gauge us with their algorithms that they're watching and listening to everything we can say, they're going to go, okay, 51% of the people are talking about this, so we're going to go with this. And we're going to make a nice big circle jerk about this, and we'll go back and forth about this for a while and see what happens. So, yeah, let's see. Big circle jerk. Who was using that term too? It was like I can't remember what they were referring it to, but that's what it is. It's a circle jerk. Like, oh, okay, was it one of the fellas in one of the guys I'm subscribed to? He's a motorcycle racer, and he's in Kelowna, and he, one of freedom protest dudes, and got harassed, blah 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 blah, and he's going through the court system to try and take on the man, right? That's always fun. That's always fun to watch. Taking on the man in court, using the broken system to try and get justice for yourself in the broken system from the broken people in the broken system. Good luck, bro. And even you said it. You don't see, because he said it's a circle jerk. It's an absolute circle jerk, just to go around and around and around until people are just frustrated. Or at the end, it's just finally, well, you know what? Go back to work. CN strike over. And guess what? Thanks for coming out. Thanks for all your bitching and moaning and this and that and the other. But it was a hard time. We didn't know. We made mistakes. Circle jerk. We have been hit before. Do hope the atmosphere can shield us. Yeah. Like recently with a big X. I don't know that. But yeah, that like last week when we had those big auroras, and there was auroras all the way down to Florida, and you had auroras in New York, but it was dark or sorry, cloudy, and you didn't see them. Yeah, okay, we got bashed then. Yeah, I hope our shield does protect us. That's what it's for. I hope they're I hope the idiots that think they aren't fucking with the system to make our planet vulnerable. I don't know that. People argue back and forth about HAARP and all that stuff, and I'm not versed enough in that to know. I don't know. You still here, Retro? I only see one person. Is Archie the only one here? What happened? Oh, that's 1859 Carrington back in 1859. Yeah, that did happen. We did get, but it protected us, but it cooked everything electronically. I mean, we'd only be down for a while. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we can fix things now up in the space there. If everything gets fried, all that will take a while to get. Have to send more rockets and get more satellites up, unless they're super duper hardened, like uber hardened. It's possible. I don't know. Yeah, the Carrington event of 1859, when telegraph lines were on fire and stations were on fire and stuff like that. Okay, I don't know. And here's the thing: one of my theories about why the sun is sunspots are so, I don't know. It just seems that there's some kind of rad, like we've done something. Maybe it is that all this electronic shit that's going on the planet, that it's just completely changing the magnetics, the signals, the polarity. I don't know, fuck. But because the sun dies when she looks at us. And we need that flaring. From I've read some science papers, and I'm just going to go with what they say. Is that we need this flaring to recharge our atmosphere, to do something to the planet. Flaring is important, and but these people that are the demolition man type cocktail pajama wearers are really deluded in their mind and their mindset, and they're going forward with their thing, and it wouldn't matter to them if they said, you know what, if 7 billion people die, oh well, That's when I see shit. Oh fuck! I hate those bugs. Those cedar bugs are the stupidest, poorest flying creatures I've ever seen. They're the stupidest, worst flying creatures that I've ever seen. They meander around like a drunken helicopter and bang in and fall down, and they stink, full of green pus if you step on them. Anyway, I just freaked out because it just went by my fucking head. Anyway, they always seem to pick on me. The wasps are really being a pain in the ass lately. I don't know why, but yeah. But yeah, the cocktail pajama wearing idiots what's his name, the bald headed dumb Schwab, in their you would eat bugs, ha ha ha. They don't care. They don't care. It's all their bottom line, as long as everything is good like that. It's not unlike when I watched Godfather the other day, and they're deciding where they're going to sell drugs and everything like that, and they say, well, you can do it over there because those people are disgusting animals. So, that's the kind of attitude where that's what? Oh, well, they're bad people because they're the mob. So they're the only ones who think like that? No, that's really, no, 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 you know. So anyway, we will stop the show there because we are almost at an hour. A little disjointed today. I apologize. Brain's not working very well lately. I'm distracted. My brain is distracted. So, and when I get pissed off about that stupid box, it brings me back a couple of levels, and I have to bring myself back up. So getting angry at a piece of electronics is ridiculous. It's like when I got mad at the Oofy, those stupid remote control vacuum cleaners that go around your house. Not remote control, but stupid AI vacuum cleaners. Kitty. I got mad at it, because it got stuck in a corner, and I'm like, it's a thing. I was very, very upset with myself. I was like, dude, go sit in a corner for an hour. What's up, kitty? Wow, she ate a wasp the other day. You want to talk about reaction? I don't know how it got. Anyway, the immediate, when some people go through stuff when they get bit by a bug, that poor kitty, man, the froth coming. I thought I was really scared for a second. Then she just ran around the yard for a second, trying to, like, what did I just happen? Poor thing, though, eh? Yeah. What are you looking at? Looks like you lost your best friend. Yeah, anyway, I got to feed her some breakfast anyway. So anyway, peace to you and yours. Little disjoint today. Apologies all around. Distraction coming hard and heavy. I'm hoping for the election. I'm hoping for the debate on September 10th. I'll see how that turns out. I think it'll be very entertaining if it does happen. It has to be entertaining if it's not anything. Yeah. Yes, everything with a chip will be. Did you see it was right on? Everything with it. I should have shown it to you. Well, you probably get cedar wood bugs anyway. You know what they are. Yes, everything with a chip will fry. This will fry, unless it's in a Faraday cage, like a really, really, really good Faraday cage. But what are you gonna do? Every day, you're gonna remember and put it in a box so that the day when it happens, unless you've got some that you want to have after the fact. But guess what? If yours is the only one working, okay, you can watch movies. You can play video games. That's about it. You're not going to talk to anybody else. Right now we're for us here in our little community, we're setting up a meeting because I do believe this fall will be a very interesting time of the year. I'm setting up a meeting. We're talking about getting together, and we're going to have to hash things out. Ham radio, shortwave radio, community, who's and what's level of expertise, what you've got on your. Oh, hey, here it is. Like, look at this fucking thing. Like, look at this fucking thing. Oh, come on up on the buddy. Oh, his leg is crude. He's walking on the laptop. Can you see it? There he is. Oh, they're disgusting wood bugs. Okay, PC is going to die because I'm on battery right now. So we'll just leave it like that and we'll end the show. Yes, everything. Okay, bye, Woodbug. I think when I whacked him, I think I broke his legs. So, well, you know what? That is the way it is. So, yes, and that's why, yes, stay focused. Yes, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. A little disjointed today, but then I know why. So, changed some dietary things. I've changed my routine a bit, and I've done some things or changed some things, and there's an adjustment period. That's all. So, not a big deal. I understand that. Go with it. Accept straight to acceptance. Straight to acceptance. But other than that, nothing too crazy going on. So, yeah, Wednesday next week will be the 6 is the Friday, 7 Saturday, 8, 9, 10 will be Tuesday. Wednesday morning will be the 11th, the day after. Absolutely, we're going to have a show. We will have to talk about that. You know, I mean, guess what? Everybody's going to be watching that. That's when the aliens will land. Oh, I think I saw the Starlink train go by the other day. I didn't know that's what it was. I just looked up and went, oh, there's a train of light, and it didn't look like what I've seen on the videos. They're dot 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 dot. This looked more like it looked like a satellite or something breaking up, but as a unit, and it just went through like that. But it wasn't dot 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 dot. It was broken and very obscure, not bright like. But I can't. I have to say it's Starlink because I can't say it's anything else because I don't know any better. Because I don't. It's like if you're to believe your history that when the first big boats showed up in the New World, that the indigenous couldn't process it, and I don't know if that's true or not. But like if your mind doesn't know what it is, it's gonna do the best it can to fill in the gaps and to say what it is. I saw this. The only thing I know, oh, it's a flying saucer because I don't know anything else. No, it was a fucking frisbee. I don't know that. So, but we'll end the show. Sorry for all the cursing. I'm just in that frame of mind today. Oh, there goes the midday honk. We have a steam whistle down there, and they always blow it at 12 o'clock. So you always know when it's lunchtime. So anyway, yes, see you next week. Should be after the debate. I will watch that if it happens. That should be interesting. That should be interesting. That should be very interesting. Okay. Anyway, peace to you and yours. I hope you have a great weekend. A beautiful day here. Garden's done. Garden's done. When I say the garden, we get tomatoes up the yin yang. The squash is done. We got all the broccolis. We got carrots. We're gonna let them go to fall. But yeah, garden's pretty well done. It's September, so it's just. But it turned out okay. Sunflowers are nice. I hope your garden was good too. And I will see you next week. And as always, peace, love, and grooviness.